Welcome to 30 Minutes with Heart to Heart, December video newsletter. It's my pleasure to introduce the president of Heart to Heart, Kimmy Avery. Take it away, Kimmy.
Hello, Heart to Heart members. I am so thrilled about our video newsletter. I'm so thrilled that 2020 is in the past, and I am so excited that 2021 is coming up. We've got some fabulous opportunities for you. We're going to be looking into how you can participate in Heart to Heart even more fully, to gain skills, to learn how to do video technology, how to create newsletters, how to speak more fully, how to really authentically show up in your life through speaking. And Toastmasters is a fabulous place to learn how to do that. Last year in November, I attended both the Train the Trainer and the Toastmasters Leadership Institute. The Train the Trainer, short for TTT is what we call it at Toastmasters, is incredible. The skill set that they were teaching us was over the moon. And also with Toastmasters Leadership Institute, I gained some new skills from our very own Dr. Michelle Pedicola about how to greet new members and guests when they join our meetings in a virtual format that made it just go so much more smoothly at our last meeting. So with that said, I'm going to bring back Gary.
Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce the VP of Education, Annabelle Colstock, and she'll be discussing opportunities. Take it away, Annabelle.
Yes, thank you, Gary, so much. So this is our December newsletter, and I wanted to come on here and talk to you about our opportunities for upcoming meetings and contest. So our next club meeting is this Saturday, January 2nd, and our club this Saturday is going to be in a format called a speakathon. A speakathon just means that we have several, up to 6 slots for speakers. And anybody in our club can sign up and become a speaker. We have currently 5 speakers, I believe. We have Linda Patton, Kimmy Avery, Sandra Edwards, Dr. Michelle Pedicola, and Michael Ann Conley signed up to speak. So it's really going to be an exciting time you do not want to miss. And we also have a slot open for one more, and we can still squeeze one more in. The February contest is going to be scheduled for February 6th. It's at our regular club meeting. It's just the first Saturday of the month. And we are going to be holding an international speech contest. So what is an international speech contest? It's a chance for members to come up on the stage, deliver a speech and have it be judged and ranked. And we have first, second, and third place that will go on then. The first place winner will go on to do a area contest in March, and then the winner of that one can go on to compete in a division contest in April, and then a district conference in May, which will be very, very exciting. The winners of previous international speech contests can be found right here on YouTube. Just search international or Toastmasters International Speech Contest winners, and you'll get a chance to see some fabulous speeches of winners of the past. So we have in our own club, we have a few people that are going to step up and compete. We have Kimmy Avery, our president, Isaac Ford, Sandra Edwards, and Jeannie Alford are going to be our contestants. We still have room for another one that wants to, whoever wants to come up and speak. Other things that are coming up as far as training and education are our TLI, which is the Training Toastmasters Leadership Institute that Kimmy just talked about previous. And we have that scheduled for January 16th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. These will be held online. And like Kimmy said, these are amazing opportunities that we have as members of Toastmasters, that we have these opportunities to go to these fabulous trainings that are so valuable for not only as members of a Toastmasters Club, but in general in your life. They are really amazing. We have the January 16th training, and then we have makeup trainings January 27th, February 11th, and February 23rd. So you just do not have to miss a single one. Our area contest is March 22nd. So that is just, if you're not even going to compete in it at all, you can join in on that contest and see and watch our area winners of all the different areas compete. And that'll be a wonderful opportunity to see what a winning speech looks like. The next thing I wanted to talk about are these shadow opportunities. So we have several officers. We have the president, Kimmy, vice president of education is myself, VP of pathways is Michael Ann. She'll be coming on later to talk about pathways a little bit, and VP of membership, secretary, treasurer, and sergeant at arms. These are officer positions that you can volunteer to be in, and we would love to have a shadow officer, and that's just somebody that comes along and kind of is mentored by that officer and learns all the duties of that officer in case they want to step into that position in the next 6-month period of time. So we love to have shadow officers. I was one with my previous VP of education, and that was so valuable. It's just all around a good a thing to do. So if you want more information about becoming a shadow officer or want to learn more about these officer positions, you can just reach out to any one of us, and we would love to talk more about that with you. Next up, I'll bring Gary up, and he's going to be talking more about these newsletters. Gary, you're up next.
Thank you, Annabelle. And speaking of opportunities, we have a great opportunity for you to have a cameo appearance here on 30 Minutes with Heart to Heart as part of our newsletter. So if you're looking for a time-tested, proven way that you can conveniently increase your visibility within Toastmasters and beyond, if you answered yes, then I invite you to apply to be spotlighted in Heart to Heart's monthly newsletter titled 30 Minutes with Heart to Heart. Now, what I'm about to present to you, isn't for everyone. It's only for individuals that are willing to write a 300 to 500 word little article that includes the following. And roughly, this is what we'd expect to see. 1, describe your heartfelt message. 2, perhaps how you discovered your message, how your heartfelt message has changed lives, and how it will change the lives of individuals that incorporate it into their life. And then you create a 3 to 5 minute video presenting your message or about your message. Now, you may be wondering, why should I go to all this effort just to be in Heart to Heart's newsletter? Well, there's a greater benefit to you. Not only will your message and your video be available to fellow Toastmasters, your video will be spotlighted on Heart to Heart's YouTube channel. Also, you'll be able to link your video to your social media. Just envision how you could use your video to increase your visibility. So act now. There are limited opportunities available. So grab your spot today by sending an email to me, to Gary McKenzie. And here's the address, Speakers Bureau at d57tm.org. And we'll put that in the information, type it out for you, but let me give it to you again, just to be sure that you have it. So again, it's Speakers Bureau at d57tm.org. Just send that to me, and we will be in touch with you about being spotlighted on 30 Minutes with Heart to Heart. And now, to have information about why a person joined Toastmasters, it's my pleasure to introduce Michael Ann. So Michael Ann, take it away.
Thank you, Gary. I know that every single one of us has reasons why we join Toastmasters, and specifically why we join Heart to Heart. My story is very personal. Somebody I knew invited me to come to a speakathon. I didn't know what a speakathon was. And in that speakathon, I had a chance to hear a past president of Heart to Heart give a 7-minute speech that was, wow. There were so many mic drops in that speech. I thought, wow, I want to be able to speak like that. So that's one thing that propelled me to become a member of Heart to Heart and to become more involved in Toastmasters. I also wanted to hang out with my friends. As an integrative health professional, I work behind closed doors with clients. And so I have a lot of intimate relationships that are very, very private. And that can be very isolating. And it turns out that a lot of people that I knew were in Heart to Heart. And so coming to Heart once a month is a way for me to hang out with my friends and talk about our professions, each of us getting a chance to put ourselves out there around what's important to us. Another reason that I joined Toastmasters actually goes to what Gary just talked about. I wanted to have an opportunity to reach more people and to be able to practice speaking. And in Toastmasters, wow, there are so many different speaking opportunities, not just in our own club, but the Speakers Bureau is going to be really great. And especially in Heart to Heart, as entrepreneurs, we all want to get our message out there. So that was really important to me. And then the last reason why I joined is, well, I'm a teacher and I do classroom teaching. And so I know what to do with 3 hours. I didn't know what to do with 5 to 7 minutes. So the opportunity to practice narrowing down a talk and speaking about a subject in only 5 to 7 minutes has just been a great experience for me. So that's why I joined Heart to Heart and why I joined Toastmasters. Back to you, Gary.
Michael Ann, thank you so much for sharing why you joined Toastmasters and also about the speaking various opportunities that are presented to you through Toastmasters. And to learn more about opportunities, let me again reintroduce Annabelle. Annabelle, take it away.
Okay, thanks, Gary. I just briefly wanted to come in here too and to highlight a few of one particularly member in our club who has been doing some remarkable things as far as growing and learning speaking. Our member that I wanted to talk about is Rosanna Atreya. She is just remarkable. She has been a contest chair for an area contest. She has learned so much and just really grown and learned as a leader. And she is an author of fiction. And I just wanted to point that out because I think she's taking people that want to review her book. If you want to review her book, you just have to reach her at rosannaatreya.com, and rosannaatreya.com. We'll put that in the notes of this YouTube video down below so that you can click on that and you can review her books. I, for one, am going to start reading her book so I can review it. I just think that the thing about, I love what Michael Ann was saying about, hanging out with your friends. We are meeting some remarkable people in this club, Heart to Heart, authors, teachers, therapists, and leaders. And it's just remarkable, the people that I've met. That is one big plus of this club. As far as personal celebrations, we are always celebrating every club meeting that we have. We celebrate people that have completed levels in their paths. And Michael Ann's going to talk a little bit more about pathways in a moment. But we like to celebrate everybody that's finished a level because we have several levels in each path. And once you reach a level, it's something to celebrate. So that's some of the fun things that we do in our meetings. And we'd love to highlight our accomplishments of our members. So I'll go back to you, Gary.
Thank you, Annabelle. And Annabelle just mentioned about pathways, and we have an expert in our club on pathways. And so it's my pleasure to introduce Michael Ann. Michael Ann, take it away.
Hi, folks. I'm back, and I am going to share the screen. When Toastmasters made the transition from 20th century Toastmasters to 21st century, it involved really bringing things online. And boy, this past year, we are really glad for that. It has been a transition, and District 57 was, I think, maybe the first district in the entire world. We had a 2-year head start on getting to know pathways. And now everybody in Toastmasters is on Pathways. In the district, we decided each club should have a VP of Pathways, someone who really focuses on helping us get acquainted. So here's what we're going to do in our newsletter today. We're just going to do one Pathways tip, but there's some steps to take you there. So I am going to share my screen. So when you are coming to check out your Pathways, you're going to log in. I'm already logged in here, you see. So here you are, you're a member, and you're giving a speech. Now, I'm giving a speech on Saturday, and we've got several other people who are doing speeches on Saturday, and everybody gets an evaluation, right? We get an opportunity to offer our evaluation of each other, which is also a speech, a 3-minute speech. So what do you do when you've got to get your evaluation resource, is what it's called, the evaluation form, to the person who's going to be doing your evaluation? And there's a couple of different ways to do that. So first you're going to go into Pathways, and then you go to Basecamp. Now some of you are already familiar with this. That's okay. This is for everybody to kind of get used to the system. Now we're in here, and all I want to do for today is figure out my speech and look for the evaluation resource. Here we go. I am going to open my curriculum. I'm going to do Presentation Mastery. You'll see that I'm working a couple of different paths. Well, actually, I haven't started them yet. My last speech was Connect with Storytelling. So you launch, and then that brings up your current speech. Now, if you've done this many times before, you're going, I already know this. But if you are new to Pathways, you probably haven't seen this before. But here's the idea. Sometimes when you enter the curriculum, you get to decide where you're going to be. But where you start, you choose it, and then you've got your introduction. And here's something to know. You move down to that bottom section where it says select to move to another section. All I want to do today is I want to make sure that I have my evaluation resource downloaded. So I select, look at that, I select your evaluation. It brings me to this page, and ta-da, here we are, evaluation resource. I click it, and it's going to download it to my computer. So this is number one way that you can do it. You can print your project. That will have everything in the project, including the evaluation resource. But at the time you're giving your speech, you don't want to send the entire project to your evaluator. You only want to send them the evaluation resource. So that's why this particular document is separated out. Now, are you ready for way number 2? Let's just say you are. Alrighty? I'm going back. Here I'm going to go to home. Now here's a little interesting tip for navigating in the website. See, if I click home, nothing happens. So what I have to do is I have to click home and let it drop down into and click on the white area here. So it's going to go to home, and guess what? If you look here, you don't even have to go into your own path. Let's say you've already printed everything out. You just need that speech evaluation. So all you do at home is go to Speech Evaluations, and you will find a list of every single, look at this, is this nifty or what? Every single speech that you can give in Toastmasters. This pretty much takes up the whole screen. And then the title of your speech. My title was Storytelling. I'm not finding it. But let's take an easy one. Icebreaker. It's in alphabetical order, but I forgot the exact title. I should have looked at that. So it's all alphabetical, and you're doing your icebreaker. Bam, there you are. You just click on icebreaker, and that's going to bring up the evaluation resource for your speech. Is that great? Now here's another thing. Once you have this downloaded to your computer, what can you do? Because in Zoom land, you know, when we were in person, you would just print it out and bring it to a meeting, right? And then you'd hand it to the person who's going to evaluate your speech. But here we are, we're in, I say Zoom land, I call it COVID land as well. In COVID land, we're all meeting on Zoom. So here's what you do in the meeting itself. If you do not already know your evaluator, This is like the backup for getting your evaluation resource to your evaluator. You go into the meeting and you open up a chat. You click on a little file button on the bottom right. Then you go to your computer and you take that evaluation resource that you have downloaded to your computer and you upload it into the chat. And from there, your evaluator will be able to download it, print it out, and perform the evaluation. Now, if you happen to know them, they're really good buddies, you might get that evaluation resource to them a lot earlier. Otherwise, these are some ways that you can do it. Thanks so much. Next month, we'll have another Pathways tip, just one at a time. Back to you, Gary.
Thank you, Michael Ann. As you saw, Pathways is a technology product. And thinking about technology, we think about our website. So with that, thinking about our website, I want to reintroduce Annabelle. Annabelle, take it away.
Great, thanks, Gary. Yes, I'm going to show you our website. And it's really got a lot of great features and contains a lot of great information. And there's going to be one other way that you can download evaluation forms.
That's right. Thank you, Annabelle. I had left that off my list. So great. Yet another way.
Yes, yet another way. So here's our Heart2Heart Toastmasters Club. Again, we're going to put the URL in the notes. It's h2h.toastmastersclubs.org. And everybody in our club has been added to this website. So you can log in and find out what's going to happen at the next meeting. Signing up for roles is very important. We'd love to have our members go in here and sign up for their roles. So what I've done is I've already logged in, but before I go into the meeting agenda, I wanted to show you the different things that you can see on the main menu. The items under the main menu are home. We're at the home page. Meeting information and directions will give us the information about how we are online, and we will have a link to the Zoom link here. Ways to contact us. You can submit a request to contact us. But what's really neat is that we can also put in our bios and meet our members. And when we put our bios in, there's Kimmy's, there's mine, and Linda's and Michelle's and Michael Ann's. We can put our bios in there and people can go in there and look and see who our officers are and what they're up to. Our club calendar is also in here. We have our club meetings placed in our club calendar. I wanted to go down here to members only. So when you're a member and you log in, you can click on quick roll sign up or meeting agendas. And I will look at our January 2nd meeting agenda. Here's what it looks like. And here are all of the roles and who's been assigned to them. So we have Kimmy as our president. We have Jeannie Alford is our Toastmaster. And down here, our speakers are Linda Patton, she has filled in all the things that she needs to. When you go in and sign up for a speech, you can pick your pathway and the level and the project. What is really cool is that when you do that, then you have these project description and evaluation form here that comes up on the agenda. And you can, if you are going to be evaluating Linda, you can always go in here, click on the evaluation form, and you go to this evaluation form, which you can download and then do your evaluation. So that's a really handy thing to have. She's got her title and a speech introduction too. So we have Michelle Peticola also has her information. And then we have spots, which is the thing I want to talk about next is we have spots for evaluators for all four speeches. So when you want to sign up for a role, you just click over here on the right and the little sign up button. And if I clicked on that sign up, I would be clicking and signing up for evaluator number 6. That's what our website looks like. I talked about your profiles. To edit your profile, and you can make it public, and it can be available for the public to look at in the main menu. That is our website. I'm going to stop share now and hand it over to Gary.
And now, to talk just a little bit more about our next upcoming meeting and our speakers, let me reintroduce Annabelle. Annabelle, take it away.
Thank you, Gary. Like I mentioned earlier, our next meeting is this Saturday, January 2nd, and we have some great speakers signed up to speak. Like you saw on that website, we have Linda Patton, Kimmy Avery, Sandra Edwards, Michael N. Conley, and Michelle Peticola, and we have space for another speaker. So if you're watching this video before next week, you can sign up to be another speaker. We will also have openings for timers, a Zoom host, and evaluators. Every one of our speeches has an evaluator that uses the evaluation sheet that you saw earlier and does an evaluation of a speech, gets up and does a mini 3-minute speech on as they evaluate that speaker. So we have really great opportunities for anybody to fill a role and to become involved in our next meeting. Back to you, Gary.
But Annabelle, thank you for letting us understand how we can get involved and to come in and fill those various roles that are needed. Now, not only am I the VP of Education for Heart2Heart, I'm also the chair for District 57 Speakers Bureau. For our Speakers Bureau, as the chair, I do need your help in launching the Speakers Bureau. Specifically, I'm looking for an individual with technical and social media skills to be part of the launch team. We have a great team coming together. Also, if you are seeking speaking opportunities, we have some coming up. It's contest season, and we're going to be looking for individuals who would like to participate as target speakers. And once in a while, someone will say to me, well, Gary, what's the benefit of being a target speaker? Well, my own personal experience was the first time I agreed to be a target speaker for a district evaluation contest, and I was more than a little nervous in doing it. However, it was a great experience because I was evaluated by some of the best evaluators in the district, and it greatly enhanced my understanding of structuring a speech and giving a speech. So it was really valuable. So I encourage you, if you would like to participate as a target speaker, please, again, send me an email to Gary McKenzie, and again, to Speakers Bureau at d57tm.org, and we're going to put it in the notes so you'll have that information. So the Speakers Bureau is just a valuable way to participate in the programs. And now with that, I would like to invite the president of Heart2Heart Toastmasters, Kimmy Avery. Kimmy, take it away.
Oh, I am so excited about what everybody has shared with our VP of Education, Annabelle, sharing about how to use the Toast website and our speaking opportunities, and Michael Ann's Pathway Minutes, and Gary sharing about the Speakers Bureau. This is good stuff. I keep saying Toastmasters is filled with opportunities, and it truly is. And the next opportunity I want to share with you is that we're building our YouTube channel. It's exciting to see this. I know I watch YouTube probably way too much, but I watch a lot of YouTube. I go there for Toastmasters information. I watch speeches, but I also watch lots of other things. I spend a lot of time on YouTube. Maybe you do too. Maybe you would like to learn a little bit about the behind the scenes workings of YouTube. If that is something that you're interested in, join our YouTube team. Heart2Heart has its own YouTube team, and we are driven and compelled to support you in learning the skill on doing this, getting visibility. It's an opportunity for you to build technical skills. It's an opportunity for you to earn Toastmasters points. We're still figuring out the fine tuning on how to make sure that happens, but we're working on it. Also, it is a place where you can work on this video that we're on, the 30 Minutes with Heart2Heart, where we endeavor to give you the news in under 30 minutes. That is a skill set, and boy, we've been learning. The four of us, man, there's a lot to do, a lot of technical stuff that happens. a lot of scripting that happens, a lot of things that have to happen. And you may have noticed there were a few glitches because Zoom changed their format again, but we're getting the hang of it. And you also can get the hang of it. You also can participate in the video portion and the written portion of our Heart to Heart newsletter. Why are we doing this? We want to help us connect more, and we also want to have the participation. And it's a lot more fun to be in a club that you're participating in. As Michael Ann said, and why she joined Toastmasters, she comes to Toastmasters or started out in part because she had friends here. And I know for myself, one of the reasons I've stayed members of Heart to Heart and am now the president is because I wanted to build friendships. It is my social network. It's a worldwide community that you get to be a part of. And as a member of this club, this is a way to get that visibility. And participating in the newsletter is a great way to do that. Our next YouTube meeting and newsletter meeting is happening on the same day. It's at 4 p.m. on January 15th. That's 4 p.m. Pacific time, January 15th. And the Zoom meeting ID, which will be in the link below in the description. But if you want to write it down right now, it's 650-489-5346. It's in the description below. I hope you'll join us, and that's January 15th. If you want to get a calendar reminder for that, just email me. And again, my email will be below also. Oh, and this is really cool. Underneath all of our description in the YouTube channel, we are going to put everybody who participates bios, and then you can have a link to your website and what you're up to. It again, we keep talking about Heart to Heart's all about visibility, all about helping entrepreneurs grow their reach and connect with people who want their services. So what's not to love about having your bio beneath each video that you participate in? So join us for our next meeting. And I'm thrilled that we're going to start 2021. Yippee! And hit back to Gary.
Thank you, Kimmy. And before we close the program, we're going to take a moment here just to acknowledge my co-host and the great job they did. Our expert on pathways, Michael Ann, our VP of Education, Annabelle, and of course, our amazing president, Kimmy Avery. With that, we'll sign off, and I invite you to be sure and watch for our January edition of 30 Minutes with Heart to Heart.